Christopher Bronstein. We must do what we can to protect our environment and move our city into the future. I am proposing that the city of Las Vegas should turn their fleet of vehicles into alternative fuels and move away from fossil fuels. This topic concerns me because as a city employee and as someone who has researched this topic, I want to see the city move into the future into a more eco-friendly environment. First, I will talk about what I see the problem is with how things are done now. And second, I will talk about how we can move how the city can move to get their vehicles into alternative fuels. First, I will talk about what the problem is. According to the city website, the city has about 2,000 vehicles. And according to the city website, only about 20% of them are environmentally friendly. Some of them are electric vehicles, some of them are biodiesel, and some of them are hybrids. The problem is that there's so much pollution going into the air just because of all their vehicles. The city works about 4 days a week. So those vehicles are moving 4 days a week, and according to the city website, they have about 1,200 miles of roadways. So all those vehicles are moving through all those roads, and that adds up to about 2 million miles a week, which goes up to about $60,000 in gas prices every week. And that's a lot of money. And all that money could be savings to move to alternative fuels and to turn their fleet into alternative fuel cars. Yes, it is very expensive to buy new alternative fuel cars. However, the prices of these cars are going down as technology is advancing. Just as you would go down to Costco to buy bulk items for a lower cost, you can also do that for vehicles. Now, you and me wouldn't go down and buy 50 cars at once, but the city does. So they get a lot of discounts for just buying so many vehicles in bulk. So that also reduces some of the prices. So now that I've talked about what the problem is now, I'm going to talk about a solution to this problem. As an employee, I can tell you that most of the city buildings already have special designated spots for these alternative fuel vehicles. For instance, there are spots for cars to plug in, the electric vehicles to plug in to charge them. And they also have special spots for like hybrids and stuff like that. So the infrastructure is already there, but it does need to be expanded on to accommodate all the extra vehicles. So my next part of doing this plan is to start buying the new cars. According to Mr. Todd Bronstein, a city mechanic, every 10 years the cars go to auction. So after they get about 10 years old, they get rid of them and send them out to auction. So I'm not asking to buy new cars all of a sudden and just replace the cars that we have. What I'm saying is, with all the cars that are going to auction, just replace those and slowly implement it. My next step would be to educate all the mechanics so that they can work on these special cars. There are a lot of different vehicles. There are with the hybrids and the electric vehicles, biodiesel. There's a lot of different aspects to these cars that are not normal with the gasoline fuel cars. So the mechanics need special training for these. And it would cost a lot less for these mechanics to go through all the trainings than it would to have them send out all these vehicles to the dealerships and have the dealerships fix them. And that would cost the taxpayers a lot more money for the dealerships. So in conclusion, we need to move our future into, we need to move the city into the future and move it to an eco-friendly city. I've talked about what the problem is, and I've talked about how we can solve this problem and ease the city into the solution. We all love our city, and we all love our environment. So let's do our best to protect it.